As shadows fall at twilight, so shall we spread across the land. Go now, go forth and spread unity.
Let me ask you something, see?
What you got?
Do you remember Superman, the animated series?
Oh, yeah. Best show at the time.
Superman, the animated series, ran in 1998 and 1999. It was basically, I always thought of it as like the stepchild to Batman, the animated series. But it was alright. We're going to be talking about an episode that was a bit questionable, to say the least. One that you probably don't remember. Today's episode, we're talking about
Unity.
Quite questionably might be tentacle fetish porn.
Hentai.
Unity is the 53rd episode produced for Superman the Animated Series, 51st aired. It was written by the king of writing, the great and incredibly talented Paul Dini and Rich Fogel. It aired on May 15th, 1999, and it's weird. Tentacle porn.
It is weird. If you're the first time seeing Unity, it gets a little to very nauseating at times.
Well, as a child, you don't think about it in the certain ways that you do when you rewatch it as an adult. You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's like how did
what the hell is this?
It's like, how did this get past the board, the storyboard, for them to give them the okay to air and animate it?
I think it was a different time, and people probably aren't as fucked up in the head as me and you. Like I said, as a kid, I didn't really, it was a creepy episode as a kid. Like, it was a creepy episode, but as an adult, it just hits so many other weird levels. But this episode picks up, in Smallville. Kara, aka Supergirl, is about to go on spring break. She's saying goodbye to, her Ma and Pa, Kent, Superman's parents. And while she is getting ready to leave town at the bus stop, we see the Scarecrow's cousin, the Undertaker. No, I'm just joking. We see quite possibly the greatest and yet worst villain ever, Reverend Howell, but we're going to call him the Creep Factor. Kara instantly, gets bad vibes, as anyone would. I mean, what are you? You saw this guy come off the boat, like this menacing dude that looks like he's like a part of the Amish military. How would you feel?
I wouldn't say Amish military. I more likely would say Amish mafioso at the least.
Amish Jesus. How about that?
Actually, that works. We'll just call it the Amish cult leader. No, Amish Jesus. Just leave it at that.
It's funny. It's because it's a very clear indicator. It's like the second he shows up, it's like the alarm goes off. Like, this is the villain. Villain alarm ringing. This guy is about to do bad shit. But we don't get to see what's going to happen because we fast forward to Kara's week in Metropolis with Superman. As she returns home, she decides instead of taking the bus, she's just going to shoot home with her super speed. It sucks if anybody on the highway saw her. Probably not, but still.
That says they can catch her.
She gets home, and she first is comforted by Streaky, and then the kids. But something seems off. They are not themselves here, to the point that even Streaky is afraid. And it's classic knowledge. When a cat is afraid of someone,
animals are usually the first sign of knowing that something is not right, period.
Ma and Pa Kent cohorts Kara to come with them to a special place. That special place being a circus tent. That circus tent being homed by a street preacher. And who is that street preacher, you may ask?
Unity.
And how it is the one true source of universal bliss. Obviously, these people seem brainwashed, speaking in almost a zombified state. Kara's smart. She knows that something's not right at all. Kara tries to stop the interactions with the Reverend by knocking him down, only to realize that any damage she performs on him hurts Ma and Pa, hurts the people of Smallville.
Basically everybody.
Unity.
Supergirl grabs Martha and flies off, contacting Superman and landing at the hospital. At the hospital, Superman and Kara talk while doctors try to do tests on Martha to see what exactly is going on. What is going wrong with her? Martha starts to stir due to the x-rays, temporarily paralyzing Unity's effect on her brain. She comes to, recognizes Kara, but almost immediately slips back into a coma. During this, the doctors realize that the parasite that has wrapped itself around her brainstem, it feeds off of her electric impulses as a person. Just as they find this out, Martha wakes up with Unity in control once again, bringing both the doctors.
There's no greater healer than Unity.
Under the spell as well.
Or possession, however you wish to call it.
They'll attack her, and that's when it gets weird. They begin to attack her with tentacles.
That's where the hentai is.
Hentai. It's really weird because as an adult you watch this and you're like, if I was watching this on something else, this would go a whole lot different.
Yep. But, like you said, as a kid, I think they were really trying to aim us and this is scary.
Well, it is, because Superman comes into the room and quickly de-escalates the situation by taking the parasite out of Martha and both the doctors with his x-ray vision. Superman and Kara then take off to fight the Reverend and fight Unity and get Smallville back. While Kara fights several members of the Smallville community, Superman himself takes on the Reverend.
Forces mightier than you couldn't stop us.
Let me try.
Hadouken! What I can only describe as looking like Large Marge from Pee Wee Herman.
Oh God.
He transforms, revealing his true form, which is this squid tentacle monster with a billion eyes, like something out of Men in Black almost that we'd probably see. Or it's Japanese hentai again. I'm sorry. It is what it is. It's really weird.
It's a little disturbing, and don't judge us. We know that. Okay, not probably we. Y'all have seen some freaky shit at some point, and don't say you haven't even back when you were a teenager or even a kid. You have.
Superman ultimately defeats Unity after a interesting fight where, the monster actually puts up a pretty good fight for Superman, almost beating him at one point.
They'd wrapped around not only just his mouth, the whole body, but also his eyes, so he can't use X-ray vision.
They tried engulfing Superman, which was Vor. But Superman obviously manages to fight back. Superman viciously rips the Reverend in half. They kill him, and, well, Smallville is saved.
It is back to normal.
It seems like everything is back to normal, and Unity keeps your attention, if not just through the weird fact of it feeling like tentacle porn. What's your final thoughts on this episode? How'd you feel about this episode?
How I feel about this episode, like I said, Pat is basically alien Jesus right there. He's here to possess you. At the time back then, I was like, it kept my attention. I'm not gonna lie. It got weird. It got weird real quick back then.
This is our first shot at actually reviewing a show. Unity was a fun watch, if not a strange watch. I would highly recommend checking it out. I don't think it gets enough credit, for the episode that it is. I think a lot of Superman episodes overshine it, and that's fine, but this is definitely an episode you need to check out that I think will really bring unity to Superman's fans. If you grew up with Unity, if you've seen this episode, and if you know how weird this episode is, let us know in the comments below. Do you agree with us? Do you disagree? Do you think we're just being immature by taking shots at things that probably weren't fetishized when it was being made, but somehow I don't know about that one. I will fight you on that one.
Oh, I'm not gonna fight you on that one. I'm gonna leave that be.
Well, we hope that you guys have a great rest of your evening, and we hope that this has brought us all together by spreading the love, passion, and message.
Unity.
Until next time, guys, we are signing off.
I use public toilets and I piss on the seat. I walk around in the summertime saying, how about this heat?